weekend. NASCAR on TNT moves to Richmond, Virginia. Butthole qualifying and the NASCAR Busch Series race are both on Friday. And Saturday night, it's NASCAR Winston Cup action. The Monte Carlo 400 presented by the Looney Tunes. 7 o'clock Eastern time, starting with Discover Card countdown to green.
You got to look real close, BP, but there are 5 lug nuts there.
I know, but they only tightened 3 of them.
They're going to get in trouble for that. They got 5.
They got 5 on there.
Trying to get the BP money. $12.99.
Yeah. I told them, if the lug nuts are loose, they don't get paid.
First car with tires is going to be Jimmy Johnson, restarting in 12th position. This could get interesting. Down to the final dramatic stages of the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington, South Carolina. Jeff Gordon, the race leader, but they're cleaning up the racetrack under the caution, and so this yellow will be extended for just a little bit. Drama basketball returning to TNT. Elton Brand and Team USA take on Russia in the World Championships of Basketball tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern from Indianapolis on TNT.
So who won that game last night between USA and China?
Team USA.
Oh, well, good.
I think it was 19-point margin of victory.
And the big, tall Chinaman that was the Rockets' #1 pick, did he do well?
3 for 5.
84 to 65 was the score, Benny.
3 for 5, I believe.
84 6.
I watched the game closely.
Oh, good for you, Wally. I missed it.
Should we tell people that
you're not buying that?
You know how to tell Wally's lying? His lips are moving.
1 to go here at Darlington, under caution with crew chief Robbie Loomis. Jeff Gordon's been very fast the second half of this race. How good is that car?
The car's been pretty good, you know, when it's out front. We were tied all day back there in traffic. Like I say, up front, we feel extremely good about it.
Okay, let's go to Matt.
And Bill Elliott looking to win another Southern 500. Mike Ford, your man was starting to close in on the 12. Does he have enough to get the 24 as well?
Well, we seem to be real good on the long run there through the middle part of the race. We ran a bunch of short runs, and you know, we seem to fall back a little bit, but hopefully this thing will go green because we're good at the end of the run, and you know, I think we can get both of them.
Elliott restarts in 3rd, Dave.
May car called for a lot of changes on Bobby Labonte's car today. Jimmy, how good is the car for the stretch run?
Well, we've been working on it all day long. You know, we've been on and off, and we've been really fighting forward bites. So we made a pretty big tire pressure adjustment that last time. It made it better, but we got to run 20-25 laps before we see how bad it's going to be. So hopefully we've hit it here.
All right, we'll see if they have, Alan.
23 cars on the lead lap, 45 laps to go. The first one who took fresh tires on this caution, Jimmy Johnson in 12th and Tony Stewart in 13th.
Okay, Newman, you're going to have to get a better restart. Need to clear that car, Kenny Wallace. Going to get it done this time.
Looks like he's going to be able to do it, but now Bill Elliott is caught up behind Kenny Wallace.
Everybody through the corner, okay. It's always so tense after restart over there. Elliott up under Kenny Wallace, not able to get past him. Here comes Bobby Labonte, working on Sterling Marlin.
All right, Bill Elliott now clears the lap car, and Bobby Labonte has been able to get by Sterling Marlin.
4th place. So the 2000 Southern 500 winner creeping very quietly close to the front. Kenny Wallace had his shot at getting his lap back. Now he's getting out of the way.
And Jeff Gordon right now is just a little bit faster than Ryan Newman.
These are the guys who took tires. Excuse me.
Okay, we knew what you meant, Alan.
It's been a long weekend. Tony Stewart by Jimmy Johnson for 12th place. Maybe.
Tony Stewart on the outside has the momentum going for him and able to drive by Johnson.
Problem is he is 6.5 seconds behind Jeff Gordon. 42 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't think that 10 laps is going to make that much of a difference. I don't think he can make up that much ground.
if it's just the space between Jeff Gordon and himself, he might be able to do something about it. But it's that 6 or 8 cars that he's got to drive by to get to him. Actually, it's 10 cars that he's got to drive by to get to him.
There's 13 laps difference in the tires between Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon. Here's Elliott Sadler, 11th place car.
About to become the 12th place car, 13th place car, as both Stewart and Jimmy Johnson go by.
Dale Jarrett marching by Mark Martin for 7th place.
Tony Stewart gets another spot, going by Rusty Wallace, puts him in the top 10.
Next in front of him will be Kurt Busch for Stewart to try and catch. And here's Kurt. So he's got a little ground to go. Not missing anything up front. Leaders still the way they were. Watching Tony Stewart try and come through the traffic on the fresher tires and see if he can make up a little headway. There's the coach. Watching both of his drivers have a good day. Bobby's running 4th. Tony's running 10th. That'll make Monday morning meetings a little easier to take, won't it?
It sure will.
And Joe Gibbs has had to use all of his people skills to manage his teams this season. Tony Stewart's issues have been well documented, but for Bobby Labonte, the frustrations in that team there, he's had to really work with them to keep it all pointed in the right direction and get him back on track.
Tony's about 0.2 of a second quicker right now, BP, than the guys that are on the older tires, or the 13-lap older tires, like Jeff Gordon.
Checking on Jeff. He's opened his advantage on Ryan Newman to better than a second. Bill Elliott running 2 seconds behind. Bobby Labonte 2.8.
And Ward Burton has moved into the 6th spot. All right, let's check the miles per hour at the line. Bill Elliott that time.
Get down to 10th, we may see a new number. Oh, third quick.
Third quick. Dale Jarrett, 7th spot. 2nd quick, but Jeff Gordon, the fastest car at the start-finish line that lap.
Here comes Dale Jarrett, trying to chase down Ward Burton and see if he can pick off a spot.
See Jarrett a little over 5 seconds behind Jeff Gordon, and they're running out of laps, just 35 to go.
Dave Jarrett's team has done a great job to overcome that problem. He's really driven the wheels off of that car to get it back up through there.
Yeah, Earnhardt Jr. doesn't look like he's capitalized on that last stop either. He's back in 21st. He stopped along with Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson.
Yep. And the gap from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Checking on back to this race for 6th. Here he comes.
You can hear Ward Burton just roll out of that gas. Give it to him. There's the wave. Thank you.
Dale Jarrett had problems on pit road at lap 235. He fell back to 21st at that point. Now he's up to 6th. It'll be one of those days where they come away wondering what might have been, and at the same time feeling pretty good about the recovery they did make, especially if they're able to get it into the top 5. Talk about the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship here in Darlington today. It's Sterling Marlin led a lot of laps. Matter of fact, he's led the most laps so far today. If Jeff Gordon leads the rest of them, he will overtake those bonus points from Sterling.
And Jeff Gordon just 96 back. Was he 3rd going into the day, Jeff Gordon?
Yeah, he was third, and he was 111 back. Mark Martin was 95 back in second.
So Jeff has moved into second spot if they paid points right now, but obviously they don't. And Ryan Newman, he just cannot get away from Ryan Newman. And this young man is very, very hungry for a victory. Jeff Gordon talked about last week at Bristol how hungry he was for victory. Ryan Newman has never won a NASCAR Winston Cup event.
In his first Darlington appearance here in March, he qualified third. First Darlington Winston Cup appearance, qualified third, finished fifth. And that was after pulling out a backup car when they crashed in final practice in March. Today he's been able to run one car all day, all weekend. Started 12th, led one lap, and is running in second.
What's going on with DJ?
Well, I just wanted to tell you how much Dale Jarrett would really love to win the Southern 500. He says he never has, but if you look at the official NASCAR Winston Cup 2002 media guide, it says right here in 1965 that Dale Jarrett won that race. That's pretty amazing because in 1965, Dale Jarrett was 8 years old. The truth is Dale Jarrett did go to victory lane that day because his father, Ned, the two-time Winston Cup champion, won that race. And Dale was thrilled to be in victory lane that day. Not just because Ned won by 14 laps, but because one of the best shows on TV at that time was Gunsmoke. And the actors that played Festus and Doc were in victory lane. And Jarrett got his picture taken with him. Probably got his picture taken with Ned, too. Dale Jarrett never won the Southern 500, but he'd like to today.
He has won here at Darlington 3 times in the spring race. Right now working on Sterling Marlin, 5th place.
And they're going to be 3 wide. Well, no. I thought it was going to be 3 wide.
Not here, BP.
No, that's not going to work. But Sterling goes by Bobby Labonte, takes that spot away. Here comes DJ. Dave, what's going on with Bobby Labonte right now?
Benny, he radioed in about 5 laps ago, said it's going away again. The car is going away.
Lost 4th, lost 5th, loses 6th. Ward Burton comes by. Kenny Wallace in the 23, not on the lead lap. He's back in 24th place.
But this is what that 23 team needed, a good run like this that Kenny Wallace is giving them, up competitive with those cars that win week in and week out, letting these guys know, Felipe Lopez, the crew chief, and the guys know, hey, we've got a pretty good race car here as well.
Kenny to run that 23 for the rest of this season and has signed to run that car with the Stacker 2 sponsorship for the next couple of years for Will Davis. Jeff Gordon is out in front, 27 laps to go. Here's our last commercial break during Green Flag Racing. It's Robbie Lewis going to victory lane again.